Alright guys, we're going to go and do some roundabout videoing, so it should be quite cool. Slow motion style. Doesn't say you can't go on there. Does it? So hi guys, so I've been driving past the Italian Way roundabout, as I call it, because it's the Italian Way restaurant's right there, and I've been there for years, and a lot of the time I've driven past, either the fountain's not working or it's had someone's thrown some washing up liquid in, it's foamed up heavily, which is quite funny, but obviously some people don't like that, or it's been too windy and the water's been spraying up. Today actually when I drove past it was quite sort of calm, so as you can see the flags aren't really moving, and I thought I'll park up, walk over and do some slow motion video. So here are the first lot, and they're all shot at 500 frames per second on these ones, and I'm quite pleased with it. I shot these in manual, so I've got full control over the aperture, ISO and the shutter speed to get the exposure as I wanted, so the water isn't too white as such, and as you can see I've got the sky exposed correctly as well, which actually helps get you the water droplets up there. Yep, so I mean every single little water droplet that you can see there, which is moving around, is really cool. It's quite an interesting view. I haven't edited these at all. I'll just sort of straight out the camera and just plugged them in. What I have done is cut the bits out that don't look that great, or basically where the fountain suddenly dropped off, because it has like a sequence, and at 500 and 1000 frames per second it's quite a long period of time, and I was only shooting 3-second clips at the time instead of the 7, so you can imagine. So this one here I've cut out the bit way before this actually happened, so you know, looks pretty cool still. That was shot at 1000 frames per second. You can see all the water droplets slowly dropping down. And then what I've done here is reverse the clip, so actually they go back up, and then sort of back down again as such. So a bit of backward magic there. This one here, you can see, works really quite well. It's just interesting watching the tiny little droplets flying around like little spray. It's like tiny little bits of spray, which is kind of cool. But the slow motion thing is amazing. It's so usable. You've just got to think about what you want to do. Some things work really well. Some things don't. Some things you only need 250 frames a second to make things happen. Some things like this, where 500 frames, you can actually sort of separate the water. At 250, it wasn't separating the water at all. It looked like a constant stream of water. Where suddenly you double the frame rate or quadruple the frame rate, it suddenly shows every single droplet that we can't see by the naked eye. So it works quite well. So I'm shooting out to sea now, so it's sort of towards where the sun was, and you can almost silhouette the water if I wanted to. But as you can see there, it's really quite cool. All handheld, so I've not used a tripod at all. Where, I mean, a couple of places I could have done with sort of levelling up the image, but unfortunately it's not perfect. But as you can see there, look at that, 1000 frames per second. It's almost not falling. It's amazing. Lovely sharp images. But what you have to do is you have to actually pre-focus. So once you've locked the focus, that's it. If you move backwards and forwards, you could knock the focus out. So anyway, guys, hope that's just a nice little clip there from today, and I shall see you soon. Please subscribe, please click the notification bell, and I'll see you soon.